Hey guys, it's Stylish, and today I will do a commentary kind of tutorial to how to lane with Zed against a melee champion. I believe this game it'll be against an ekko, so explaining the matchup quick. Basically, ekko is a champion that only has burst damage, doesn't have sustained damage, due to the fact that after he uses Q and procs his passive, he doesn't do anything after that in terms of damages. So the way you want to trade with him is either you do a quick trade and not allow him to proc both Tenderlord and the passive. Either he does it and procs it, and you wanna actually extend the trade, since your E is a fairly low cooldown compared to any of his abilities, and then you will have also the passive that triggers that will help you sustain damage. Right? You want to try to push the lane level 1, but obviously ekko pushes faster, so you just want to trade with him when you have equal minions, a little basic, some Qs. And then when you hit level 2, you take E against melee champions and not W, and by doing that your level 2 is really strong. Like Yasuo's level 2 pretty much if you have Q and E. So he's still level 1, I'm gonna go for a trade right here. I miss my Q, which is not the greatest, but I take the trade. He hits level 2, so he pops the passive and I'm gonna extend the fight. Even though I'm tanking few minions, I just know he doesn't have any sort of sustained damage after he popped the passive. Did a great flash there, he flashed my flash, but Lee Sin was there. Even though, like, if Lee Sin wasn't there, I would have still won out of that because I have 3 pots and he has 2 pots, so if he decided to stay, I would out-sustain him eventually. So I'm gonna go ahead and B. You can also see that I'm facing a Shaco jungle, so the way you want to play against is kind of really cheesy and aggressive early game junglers that you do want to let your opponent push over you. Just want to trade safety and let them push so you just don't get ganked, because you don't have enough wards at the beginning to cover every angle where Shaco can gank you, and if you just let him push, you're pretty much safe and you can last it under tower really easily as that because of your passive. So he pushed. I'm gonna freeze the wave there, so I can stay under my tower pretty much the whole time. And I'm gonna try to harass him with W, EQ. I'm missing, unfortunately. Rather he dodges it with a nice E. The way you want to do this combo is after what they call a bug fix. Nice, right? What they called a bug fix, you don't want a WQE anymore. It's too predictable, too easy to dodge. You want a W, you want a E, and you can take your time and just try as hard as you can to hit both Qs because it just procs that Tenderlord and adds so much. So right now I will IW to basic him, thinking I would proc my passive. My passive didn't proc unfortunately, and I'm tanking minions, so I'm just gonna back before he hits his passive stacks and get a better trade out of that. So right now I'm seeing Shaco is on the top side of the map, so I'll start backing off and last hitting with Q because I'm in danger. Luckily for me, he's just pushing. He should be freezing and allowing his jungler to help him, but I guess you just want to push, which is fine. You want to take advantage of the mistakes your opponent does. And right now I see ekko is trying to gang a roaming bot lane to try and get a fresh kill. So I'm gonna go ahead and push this wave as fast as I can so he misses the CS. And I can still keep my EXP lead over him and hit 6 before him, which is gonna be a key point of laning phase. Let's go quickly over that. The way you wanna play your 6 is a lot of Zeds tend to just use ulti straight up, which is really not the greatest against ekko. Because if you ulti him, he's just gonna pop his shield, and the shield will proc at the same time as Death Mark, which will which might save him unless you really did a lot of damage while ulti him. So you actually wanna W, EQ, and then just go to that W and start basic attacking him, and he'll pop the shield. He'll have that false sense of security that the shield will give him. But then you just ulti the shield and dodge the stun, and then you can just re-kill him. Right here I deep warded because against Shaco it's not really great to ward the side bushes. He can gank you from pretty much every angle in mid lane, so you actually want to deep ward against him and try to keep track of him walking to do camps before ganking. That is the best way to play against the Shaco. I'm keeping my pressure. I know I'm 6, so I'm not scared of Shaco anymore because I can outplay them with ulti, and that's what happens. I ult him with basics, and as soon as he pops the shield, I just ulted him and dodged it. Unfortunately, Shaco was there. He got the kill. It's not bad, it's 1 for 1, and he's gonna stay behind in EXP a little longer. So I still have a huge lead over that Eco. Excuse me. And if you're not roaming, I mean, you have few choices you can do, and when you're 6, you can either roam bot or top. Bot lane is kind of like the more if you do a successful roam to bot lane, it's really rewarding because it gives AD carry a lead into the other AD carry. But usually the lane is warded, it's harder to gank there, while ganking top is actually pretty easy. It's really easy to dive a top lane with your ulti, and people underestimate roaming top. I actually like it. You can also deep ward the enemy jungle and actually try to kill their jungler and allowing your team to have like 0 pressure from the enemy jungle and just playing as aggressive as they want. So again, I'm gonna just go deep ward. If you don't want to roam or you don't have the occasion of, you can keep pushing and get extra camps to have a CS lead, or just trying to deny him by freezing, trading, and killing him or making him back and get a CS lead. Right here I TP'd back to my W just to proc my Thunderlord because I didn't hit my 2 Qs. So unfortunately he got the passive proc, but he's pretty weak at this point, so it didn't matter. I know Shake was around mid, so I'm gonna try to throw a Q to scout if he's still there in the bush that he clearly killed my pink ward. He's not there, but I'm expecting Eco to be or bang at blue, so I'm gonna push and try to deny him again. And I'm gonna start playing aggressive again because I'm 6, Shaco does not have exhaust. And it's just really, I can escape a gank pretty easily with ulti or turn it around. As long as I keep the pressure mid lane and I poke the eco, then it will be pretty easy to turn the gank around. You just have to be aware of when Shaco is ganking you. Because if you ulti the eco while Shaco is ganking you, then that eco is just gonna ulti or shield and you won't get a kill and you might just die from Shaco. So if you see that they're playing like differently, like this guy's not gonna trade with me, obviously he's behind and in levels, he's behind in items, so if he starts trading with me or popping his shield, I'm gonna back off expecting Shaco there, or I'm gonna keep trading and save my ulti to ulti the Shaco actually. That was really bad by me, but I still managed to dodge his Q with it, so I guess it's fine. Go ahead, pop Thunderlord and just back. He popped the shield. You have to be aware of the cooldown the enemy mid has and the pressure he has using these cooldowns, so there's no reason to extend the trade when he popped the shield. When you already got Thunderlord and he didn't get the passive stacks, that's how you just want to play. You just want to come on top of every trade. Since Zed is actually really strong at trading in mid lane, so right now I'm gonna try to kind of freeze because he's standing behind his tower, so I want to deny him CS. Unfortunately the lane is pushing, I didn't freeze it well enough, but I'm still gonna just slow push it and make him like if you slow push when the lane is pushing, then your W cooldown will be up sooner. I mean, will be up in a situation where you can trade again, he popped W. I'm expecting Shaco to be there, but he only did it to target the wave. That's fine. So he doesn't have that cooldown anymore. I can go ham, and now he goes ham on me. So I know Shaco is there. I ulted the Shaco. I'm running away because I'm exhausted. But as soon as the exhaust wears off, I just double Q him, basic E, ignite, and that's a free kill. So basically what happened is that if I did not like expect, obviously you need to expect the gank from the jungler if you're not seeing him in the map. That's the mindset you should have. And if I did not expect that and I ulted the Shaco, rather the ekko, he would have just ulted and Shaco might have killed me or whatever. But instead I get a free kill on the gank. And Lee Sin gives me an assist, which could have turned into me dying and ekko coming back in this game pretty much. I think that's pretty much it for this lane. Every lane won, so I think bot lane is just gonna rotate to mid lane and just take the tower. I hope you guys learned something about laning. If you did, just throw a like, that would be helpful, subscribe, and if you do wanna see a matchup you're struggling against, as said, just comment, put a comment with the matchup you wanna see the tutorial on, and I'll try to get back to you with that. Alright, thanks and enjoy your day.